welcome back to my YouTube channel, Noob Readers. My name is Kiran and in this video, we'll be doing the Guess the Book by the Emojis challenge. Now, we'll be looking at total 10 different emojis and I'll try to guess the name of the book. And for every correct answer, I'll get 1 point. And if I'll be able to get more than 7 correct, then I'll become the champion for this challenge. And if I get less than 7, then I'll be the loser. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Okay, so now let's start with the first one, and after looking at this emoji, I know what this is, and I guess this is the easiest one and all of you will get it. So this is definitely Harry Potter by J.K. Rowling, and I know this will be right. And yes, it's correct, it's Harry Potter. So yes, I got 1 point. Okay, so now moving on to the next one, and I see a vampire, a girl, a werewolf, and an apple, and we know what this will be. This is Twilight by Stephenie Meyer, so let's check it out. And yes, it's Twilight. I get another point. Now my points are 2, and I hope you all are also on point 2. Okay, so now moving on to the next one, I see a cat, a hat, and 2 boys. To be very honest, whenever I look at cats, nowadays the only thing that I can think of is Haruki Murakami's books. But for some reason, I don't think that this will be any of the Murakami's books because of this hat. This just somehow looks like a children's book to me, but it's not ringing any bells. I have no idea about this. Sorry. So I don't think I can even take a random guess. So I'll just say that I give up and let's see the answer. Okay, so basically the book is called The Cat in the Hat. Yeah, I've never seen this cover and I've never read this book or even came across it, so I had no idea about this. Okay, so now moving on to the next one. So in the next emoji, we see a boy, tiger, and a boat. I know what this is, and this is Life of Pi. So let's see whether this is the correct answer or not. And yes, it's Life of Pi. Now, I have never read this book, but I know about this because I've seen the movie. So yeah, another point for me. Okay, so moving on to the next question, we see a girl, a bow and arrow, a bird, and a boy. I think because of this bird, I am thinking of the Hunger Games because bow and arrow is also used in that. So that's the book that's coming in my mind. So I'll go with that. I'll go with The Hunger Games by Suzanne Collins. And yes, it's the correct answer. It is The Hunger Games by Suzanne Collins and I get another point. So let's move on to the next emoji. Okay, so we see a clown, a balloon, a boat, and a knife. And just by looking at this clown and this balloon, I know what this is. This has to be It by Stephen King because the movie was so good that I just remember this balloon. And this balloon just triggered that memory and that clown as well. So yes. It is definitely It by Stephen King. So let's check it out. And yes, it is It by Stephen King and I get another point. Okay, so now moving on to the next one. So in this emoji, we see an older man and 2 children and a bird. And I'm definitely sure that this is related to the book that I have never read because this is not ringing any bells in my head. What would be the answer? I just have to take a random guess, and because it has a bird and the only cover that I remember with a bird is To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee, so I just guess that maybe that's the answer. So let's check it out. Oh my god, it's actually To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee. I just cannot believe this. Like literally, this was just a guess and I just got lucky with this one, so I get another point. Okay, so now moving on to the next one, we see a boy and some buildings, champagne, and a bulb. What is that? I have no idea what this is. Like literally, I just do not know about this book. I don't know. I don't think I can even take a guess in this. So yeah, so I'll just say that I give up and let's just see what's the answer is. Okay, so the answer is The Great Gatsby, and this book has been on my TBR for so long, I can't even tell you. But yeah, I haven't read it, so I don't know what this is about. Okay, so now moving on to the next one, we see a boy, a kite, a letter, and a flag. And just by looking at the kite, I know what this is. This has to be The Kite Runner by Khalid Hosseini. So let's check the answer. And yes, it is The Kite Runner by Khalid Hosseini. I get another point. Okay, so now moving on to the last emoji, we see a couple. And then we see 2 swords and a test tube with a green liquid and a coffin. So basically, this book has something to do with death, lovers, death, and a test tube with green liquid. Is it like poison? Is poison the reason how they just died? And because we see two swords, so is it about war or it is about some sort of violence, some sort of fighting? If I think about it, I have to think of a book with the lovers who die because of poison. And we also need to keep this thing in mind that this has to be a very well known book with lovers. Well known book with lovers who die in the end. Maybe it's Romeo and Juliet. I don't know. Should I go for that? Because that's the only book that's coming in my mind with the lovers who die in the end. So I'll go with Romeo and Juliet by William Shakespeare. So let's check it out. And yes, it is Romeo and Juliet by William Shakespeare. I get another point. So after completing with the entire 10 emojis, I am at total 8 points. And yes, I can definitely consider myself the champion. And how many points did you get in this challenge? Please comment it down below. And if you like this video, don't forget to give it a like and subscribe to my channel for more fun BookTube videos. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.